Hi, welcome. My name is Lotfi Murat, and in this video I would like to talk to you about focusing and doing one thing at a time, not multitasking all the time. One thing. See, one finger is up, so only one thing. Why, would you ask, for all those people who are constantly multitasking? Why? Focusing on one thing, doing one thing at a time, does help you to be better focused. That's a fact. It has been proven scientifically. And true multitasking doesn't exist. What exists is focus, 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 focus. You see, that's annoying, right? It's going way too fast. Well, in your mind it's going even faster. It's like what a computer does. Working a little bit on this task, a little bit on that task, a little bit on that task, and then going back. And that's why they created multi-core processors, so that one processor can focus on one task, for example. That was one of the ideas behind it. And they created much more to make it more complicated and more efficient. But we are not computers. And if you would try to do one thing at a time, you would see that you will do it faster, do it better. And if you would have three things to do and you would do them one after the other, you most probably would gain even time. An additional thing, and that's maybe even the most important thing, is that besides gaining time, you will be more relaxed, you will be less tired. Yes, think about that. At the end of the day, not being so tired anymore. Being much more relaxed, no need to take alcohol to relax, because that's just addiction, just bullshit, or needing to have sex, or needing to drink, to smoke, or needing to go jogging for an hour, burning all that energy. And no, it's not healthy when it's done that way. I know people who are doing so much sports to get all the attention, and only then they feel good. Yeah, because they go so rough on themselves that at the end they need all these endorphins that are created and stuff in their body, and they're addicted to that. It's a new way of being addicted. It's the same thing as smoking, same thing as needing to have sex to feel better, or needing to do anything to feel better. If you can find some peace, create some peace in your life and find your inner peace, you don't need all those things. You don't need the rush. I saw a video of this guy, I forgot his name, he's a billionaire, and he's teaching now people who want to be billionaires. Go to him, he even made a TED talk, I believe. And one thing he said was very important. He gets up every day at 5, he goes to sleep at 12, and that's what he does every day. And not to have fun, that's work, 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 and more work. He sees opportunities, he jumps on them, and he wants to make them happen and monetize them. He doesn't need the money anymore. He has more than he could ever spend in 10 lifetimes, or even more. But when he sees something, he has to. So that's an addiction. An addiction is not healthy. That guy, I really wish him to see this video. I'm not going to contact him, but see this video, maybe get inspired to go and talk with somebody and try to find the root of his addiction. Because like you, always the need to multitask, always the need to do this and to need to do that, it's addiction. You have something inside that you try to compensate for, or avoid, you try to fill, or running away from something. Finding the root of that would give you much more peace and happiness. That's why when I work with people, I always talk about the root. Going to the root of the problem or the issue and solve it there. And then, poof! Doesn't mean your life and all your patterns have changed instantly. No, but it's the moment from where it changes. From that moment on, if you don't do that, then it's like taking an aspirin every time you have headache or muscle pain somewhere. And there's a chance you will keep doing that the rest of your life and needing more and more and more, because you're not really solving the problem. You're taking away the pain. But what's creating the pain? Yeah, that muscle that is stuck. How did that muscle get stuck? Because of stress. Oh, or sitting wrongly in a chair. Okay, if you're sitting wrongly in the chair, try to sit differently in the chair, or try to sit less in the chair. Get up from time to time, move, do some exercises. There are some very simple exercises you can do for 20 seconds, every 20 minutes, or even if you would do it every half hour or every hour. It would be much better than you spending 3 hours in a row sitting on a chair and then just getting up because you need another cup of coffee, which is addiction as well, or go to the toilet and come back and then or go for a smoke, also addiction. No. Maybe it's about stress. So, pain caused by stuck muscle, caused by stress. So what's the reason of the stress? Yeah, my financial situation. Not making enough money. Why are you not making enough money? Don't you produce enough? Or do you have too many costs? The costs you have, do you really need everything you have that is generating these costs? Do you really need to have that enormous house and that big car and that reputation and how people... Okay, so you need reputation to feel partially good, but that creates stress. So if you start looking, then yeah, image, reputation, ego. If people will judge you on the size of the car you're driving, which is very common in Germany, company cars need to be very expensive because that means you're doing very well. Ego. Bullshit. You could even start your conversation while arriving at the company where you're pitching and say, okay, hello, and they look at you and what car are you driving? What, a Golf? We're driving Audi Q7, Q8, whatever. Hello, I'm Lotfi, and I saw you look at my not so expensive suit, or no suit at all, and definitely cheap car, which is eco by the way, and you're wondering, wow, you must suck at what you do because you cannot afford. No, I can afford, but I choose to spend that money on other things. Maybe charity, maybe my hobbies. If you will judge me because of what I'm wearing or what I'm driving, that's your loss. I know I'm good at what I'm doing. And maybe you haven't seen what I'm doing. Or maybe, actually, why am I here? You invited me because you heard from somebody else that I'm damn good at what I'm doing. So now you're looking at the car. Yeah. So is your friend lying? So you believe your friend is lying because you look at the car which is cheap? Aha. No, your friend is not lying, not a liar? Oh, then maybe your analogy is wrong. Your conclusion is wrong. Your logic is different from mine. Open mind. Don't judge a book by its cover. Although they spend, I believe, half of the time and the money on designing the cover. Because the first thing you see. And a lot of people are buying because of the cover. I'm not saying you should not put the right things on the cover. When you write on the back, you write about the book. You want to put something that's relevant to the book. Although it will trigger people to buy. Some books have no pictures at all. Just have, they're plain and they have just a very clear title and the name of the author. That's it. And those books sell well as well. They may not sell as much as the books with a nice picture, fancy, flashy. But is that what you want? Do you want superficial people to read your book? Yeah, maybe if you want to waken them up, then you can start and you're manipulating them in buying your book, which is not so flashy on the inside. I mean, not the flashy way they believe, but it will trigger them and help them. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I see even movies which are made this way, that they look like going this direction, but actually they're teaching you something, teaching you values about not trying to hurt all the time, not trying to be scared all the time, no need to be scared about the unknown. So there are a lot of possibilities. So yeah, focusing on one thing. Look what we got. Why are we not doing that? How much could we prevent if we would just start doing one thing at a time? At least from time to time, and really focus on it, put all the attention on it. Especially when we are dealing with people, it's very important. When I sit with someone, I'm focused on that person. Sometimes one or two people around are not so happy because my attention is on that person. And it depends of the social setting, but sometimes it's really needed. And then, yeah, if your feelings are hurt that I didn't give you attention because I just focused on this new person in front of me, which I really wanted to understand, or I felt I needed to say something, or need to exchange something, then yeah, I'm sorry that your feelings are hurt, but it's your ego that is complaining, oh, I'm getting less attention. Unless you feel that there is something bad going on there. Sometimes what's needed. And sometimes it's even crucial that we focus on the one thing or on the one person in front of us. That's why people sometimes say, do you have a moment? And they take you to a separate corner and they don't try to multitask. Like these people talking with you, hey, good to see you. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, come on, how would you feel that moment? Like, yeah, I'm talking to this important person, he's so important, he has to focus his attention on everyone, and then half of the time talking with me, he's talking with others. No. That has nothing to do with how important the person is. You know what really important people do? Who are also clever and who have a sense of respect? They focus on the person and say, I'll be with you in a moment. And energetically, they can even create a bubble that nobody will bother them, will have the balls to bother them, to interrupt them. I once was talking with an ambassador, and great lady, and was really a very good conversation. And somebody just was annoyed. He came in between. Hello, I'm Mr. Blah blah blah, and I'm doing this and that, and I'm selling that and that and that, blah 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 blah. And she was like, what? And she looked at me and I was like, it's okay, I'll be there. And that guy definitely made a very bad impression. Because he thought, I'm here to network, so I'm gonna network. And oh, they're talking, and this guy, he's not as important as me. And he was big, and 20 minutes later, the ambassador came to me, across the room, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. We were having a great conversation, let's continue. And yeah. And yeah, when I'm talking with someone and it's a serious talk and somebody wants to interrupt, I'm saying, hey, please, in a moment, I'll be right back with you. And but people generally feel not to interrupt. When I'm grounded, I'm in my energy, people, and I don't want to be bothered, people don't bother me. And this is very important. You need to be in your body. Because once you're in your body, people will feel it. They feel your strength. And they will not bully you. They will respect you. Not out of fear. No. Well, you just feel like, no, he's busy, so let's give him a moment. So try to focus on what you're doing. Keep your attention there. Take a moment after this video, 10-15 minutes. Put your calendar, your agenda, your alarm if you need to do other things afterwards. Take a moment to just think about what you would like to really do slightly differently, where you really would like not to be interrupted and to focus on what you're doing. Conversations with people, things you're doing. Take a moment. Just look back at today or yesterday. You'll see. Your life will get much more relaxed. You'll be less tired in the evening. Have a beautiful day.